ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
What's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends GamerVerse PS5 Spider-Man 2 video games, Peter Parker Spider-Man. Oh, there's nothing controversial about this figure at all, whatsoever. I'm just very excited to have another Spider-Man figure with this Renew Your Vows body mold, but oh goodness, they should have made a brand new figure right over here instead of doing a repaint. Anyway, there's the side. On the back, you can see the figure along with the accessories. Yeah, a bit light. And then on this side, you can see the PS5 Spider-Man. We get the PS5 Spider-Man logo on the top, or the PS4 logo on the top. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. But first, if you try and get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's the PS5 Peter Parker Spider-Man figure out of the packaging. And I gotta say, I am a little bit more disappointed in this figure than I thought I would be. The colors, wow, very desaturated colors over here, so that's pretty obnoxious. I do love this body mold though. I can't go back on that one. I still love it, you know, but man, the accessories, the paint applications, I'm not the happiest collector at the moment with this figure. Anyway, let's get a closer look at those accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at Spidey. So I really think Hasbro could have eased the animosity against this figure being a repaint with giving it proper accessories, but they dropped the ball on that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff over here. I do appreciate the translucent plastic for these web accessories, and I did rewatch my PS4 Spider-Man figure review, and I did complain about them not including bendy wire. Actually complained a whole bunch. That video is a few years old, and wow, how amazing. I was complaining a whole bunch about Hasbro way back then, and have been complaining about Hasbro even now and from the beginning, but I also praise Hasbro when I think they do cool stuff. So we've seen all of this before, and you can see, I mean, I do like these effect pieces. It's just not making up for the fact that we're not getting the thwippers. We only get one left wall crawling hand, which, yeah, when I reviewed the original, I wished that we had gotten a complete set of wall crawling hands, but they gave us just the one left hand right over here, and then you get one right thwipping hand, and then you get a complete set of fisted hands. Not only did they not give us a complete 3 sets of hands, they did this thing where they painted the peg, or they used white plastic for the hinge right over here, which I personally think was a mistake. Now, last time they went with red. When you have a character that thwips and they're showing off the inside of their wrist like that, I think red was the smarter choice. I went back to my old review because I was like, well, wait, did I complain about the red popping up from the back right over here? And no, I did not. I actually liked the paint over here, and I liked how the knuckles came out. If you look at the fisted hands on this, well, oh man, you don't have the knuckles sticking out. Also, the white paint doesn't look as strong as it does on this one. It just looks like they have a little bit more paint on the older one than on this newer one right over here. Then on top of that, there's the color choice of red on top. Oh god, there's so many issues with this. So correct me if I am wrong, but I think this is a brand new head sculpt. And I gotta say, I mostly really like it. It's a good Spider-Man head sculpt. Very much like the body mold though, probably not the best for this version of Spider-Man. He doesn't have the aperture lines right there in the eye lenses, which he should have. And I have some white bleeding over the black, which looks a little bit weird, and some of the white paint missing. So there are sloppy parts of the paint apps on this figure, and it does annoy me. But I do like the new head sculpt right here. It does look pretty cool to me. It looks better than the last one that they used, but not that much better. It would have been nice to have the aperture eye lenses, you know what I mean? I missed that part. I also gotta say, the red and the blue is just way undersaturated. Like, what the heck? I do like this blue and red way more. I don't know why they went with such a lighter color. There's parts where the white here doesn't look so bad, but then there's other times where it looks god-awful. Like, right there. I mean, I could see black lines underneath the white paint. So it's just not really that good. It didn't come out that clean on my figure. I don't know, man. This is a repainted figure where they could have used, or I wish they had used a brand new body mold instead. I do love this body mold though. So I am a sucker for the body mold. Like, it's really fun to pose around. I enjoy it. Oh, see? Very thin white paint right here. I mean, you can see the lines through the white paint. So I wish they added more white paint right there. There's actually supposed to be a lot of different textures going on with this suit, so they're not honoring any of that. There's design choices here, that random streaks of white right there. I guess that's supposed to be part of it. See that we don't have the lines on the thighs like with the other version right there. And we have the pinless joints, which I do like. So, yeah, they're just looking at the feet. I believe the bottom of the feet are supposed to be all white, though. So they didn't get that down. So, yeah, it does bother me that, and then the hinges right here sticking out. So when they didn't use the new body mold, they actually didn't even paint it all the way. So yeah, that does add to the frustration. Now I'm actually going to skip the articulation segment. We know how it works for this figure, but I wanted to address the paint applications inside the butterfly joints right here. I think they hold up very well. I think they do a good job of not getting all beat up and everything, especially on the back right here. You can see that we're not seeing paint rub and everything with those butterfly joints. Still get frustrated about this dumbass decision right over here. I think that was terrible. I know they're trying new things, but damn it, that forever this body mold has that curse. And then yeah, the paint does get weak around the hinges right here with the hands. I'm not getting any rub on those toe joints over there, so that's cool. So to measure out this Spider-Man figure, you could see that it is standing at about 6.5 inches tall. And for a GamerVerse figure size comparison, you can see we have the Martin Lee Inner Demon 2-pack figures right over here, and then we have the PS5 Miles Morales figure right over there, which is incredible. That is a great figure, man. And the head sculpt does have the aperture lenses sculpted in there. So we didn't get that with this head sculpt. Am I wrong about this being a new head sculpt? Pretty sure that's a brand new head sculpt with inaccurate lenses. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. Here is the $29.99 Diamond Select Toys Apocalypse figure with a Marvel Legends head sculpt on there. Because no, this figure was not perfect. Free, but not perfect. I did pay for this one, but that's not why I'm hating on this figure. If it was free, I'd say the same stuff, man. I don't let that alter the way I talk about these figures. This is just not feeling like it has the same value as this. And this is cheaper, like $8, $5 cheaper. What the hell? And then here's the PS5 Spider-Man next to another figure reusing the Renew Your Vows body mold. You can see we have the animated symbiote Spider-Man right over there. And I still love this body mold. I still like posing this figure around with this body mold. It's still fun for me to pose around. It's the aesthetics. The aesthetics bother me. Then for your PlayStation Spider-Man figure comparison, you can see we have the first version right here, and here's the latest one for the Spider-Man 2 game. And really, in all honesty, if you have this figure, I don't know why you really need to buy this unless you're a die-hard PlayStation Spider-Man fan. There are people already spending like $55 on this thing in the aftermarket, but it's like, it just came out. So people are going to go crazy for it. I can understand that. I don't hate you for it. If you want to have both of them, hey, that's on you. Have fun with your collection. For me personally, if I wasn't doing reviews, I would probably just pass on this. But I love that body mold though. It's tricky for me to say. But yeah, it just doesn't feel like the price jump between these two is actually worth it. For real. The Sunfire body mold is pretty dope still. And the paint apps on this one still came out a little bit better than the newer one. Frustrating. And then here's the Spider-Man 2 video game figure. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Inner Letdown Spider-Man. Hey, brother. Hey, brother. Wow. You got a cool body mold over there with the articulated toes. Oh, man. Pretty sweet. Let's go whip over to our left. To our left. Brother, you can't, oh no, not again. All right, yep, this way with me, brother. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to show some love to this channel, I would greatly appreciate it by hitting that like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my future videos. I do have more Marvel Legends to review, but I also have more Flash movie figures I want to talk about on this channel, so stay tuned for that. And this figure right here, I don't want to hate on it or anything, and I still like this body mold. Having any figure with this body mold over here, it's going to make me happy because I just really like it a lot. It does have its shortcomings, but the point is that this is a PS5 Spider-Man 2 figure, and they could have given it a brand new body mold. I believe they should have done that for this one right over here. At first, I was very enamored by the body mold, but getting it in hand and seeing the lack of saturation in the colors, that really disappoints me. That's really weird to see. I don't know if everybody agrees on that or not, but I really don't like the colors. I feel like the blue is just way too light. The red looks way too light. The head sculpt, I wish they went with a different head sculpt where you could see the aperture lenses in there and everything. So that bothers me that you don't get a lot, like much of the details that people would want to see, especially like what we'd seen with the Miles Morales figure. So the fact that we know that they could do it and they didn't do it, that bums me out. But I think the real bummer here is the fact that this thing costs $35 to $38, and that is really a big issue right over here, because this should be a cheaper figure. It should be closer to the $23 mark, I think, anyway. That's my opinion. So I'm going to give it, at that price point, around $35 to $40, I'm going to give this figure a Sud rating of...
I'll wait for the Black Friday sale.
Because to me, at a cheaper price point, that would have made all the difference. I mean, yeah, and he's missing proper hand accessories. That's another big letdown for this guy. So there's a lot of issues over here, and if it was just a whole lot cheaper, well, then I think that would have made me feel better about the purchase, but I am bummed out about it. I am disappointed, and I'd like to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com, and if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And if not, I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,